All right, guys, so I am going to be running you guys through a back workout today. Just got moved into a new house, which I'm very, very excited about. I was in an apartment before. I'm in a 4-bedroom house now that I got, and I'm very excited about it. So things are very messy, so you just get to see my countertop today, all right? I'm gonna be making a video in the future about pre and post-workout meals, okay? Like pre and post-workout meal staples for myself, what to look for in terms of food sources, quantity, stuff like that. But I'm gonna, get the kitchen situated first because as you can tell, I mean, with the echo in here, things are very echoey. There's a bunch of boxes everywhere. It's just not a good sight right now. So we got a back workout right now. Food was dropped a little bit today on my check-in. Not too much at all though. Food is still considerably high. So it's not gonna affect me much with my training. It's not gonna really do anything besides make me more shredded. So I'm embracing it. I love it. Whatever my coach says, I'm gonna do it. And yeah, that's what we're gonna rock with. So I'm gonna mix up my pre-workout here. Yeah, we're gonna use the ice shaker. That's what we're gonna use. All right, so for my pre-workout today, we are training in the evening right now. So I'm not gonna be doing any stims. I had quite a bit of just caffeine this morning from coffee. Once it comes to, like, usually in the off season, when it comes to coffee, I just like a regular dark roast. But in prep, I like to try a bunch of different coffee concoctions, a bunch of different coffee concoctions, and essences and flavors and stuff like that. But that's why we're choosing to do just Bloodshot today. So we got the Bloodshot pineapple flavor here, doing 3 scoops today. We're feeling a little saucy with it, and putting a bunch of water in here because Bloodshot needs water with the amount of ingredients that are in here for it to fully be transported and absorbed into your body. So that's what we got going on. I've been sipping on my Silo 9. I did like 3 scoops already today. So that's what's in here. Gonna see you guys at the gym, run you through this workout. It's more of a higher volume workout, so it's gonna be a long workout. It's gonna take a lot out of me. So I'm kind of excited to get back here and just chill, put stuff away after tonight's workout because it's going to be a long one, but it's gonna be an effective one. And I'm really excited to bring you guys along for it. All right, so we are here at the gym. About to hit this back workout. Now I feel like you guys only see me hitting back workouts, but it's not because I choose to only film back workouts for you guys. One, I mean, back's one of my favorite things to train. But 2, it just literally is a coincidence. You know how whenever I decide to start filming for you guys, it happens to be I'm doing a back workout, okay? So it's definitely not just trying to push back training, but also, to be fair, I have a lot of back training within my program. Like this week is my B week. Well, BC week. So I do have 2 back days, like 2 full back days, and I'm still touching back on some of my chest days at the beginning, just a few, accessory exercises. But today is going to be a pretty high volume workout, like I said. Now, every time I post on Instagram, every time anything's on there, it's been this Happy Dad hat has became a meme, and it's because I lost my HOSSTILE hats when I was moving in. They're probably somewhere in the new house, probably in some of the boxes somewhere. I just misplaced them. So the Happy Dad hat has become the training hat until I find my HOSSTILE hats. So yeah, starting off, we are going to be doing, I believe we're starting off with some upper back on a T-bar row machine or a seal row. I'm probably going to do the T-bar row machine just because I do a seal row pretty much every single time I'm at Top Line. That's what we have available, and I love a seal row with dumbbells. But I also really like this chest supported T-bar row. So that's what we're going to start off with, and then it's going to be a pretty high volume workout today, but I'm really excited for it. It's one of those days where I want to get in the gym, I want to get out. Normally I'm training with 2 training partners, Zach and Zach, but today was one of those days where I couldn't make it to the gym when they were at the gym, and I just had to make sure I'd get stuff done at the house, finish up work, and then go train whenever I needed to. So moving stuff in, I just had to organize some stuff more to take some stress off my plate, get to the gym a little bit later than what I'd like to, but usually I got 2 other guys with me when I'm training. But today's gonna be a solo workout. I haven't had a solo workout in a while, but I'm gonna kind of just share with you guys some insight, where I'm at in prep, kind of some prep updates, where my mind is at being this far out from my shows, all the good stuff. So prep is prepping, but I don't feel terrible. I feel still really good. Energy's a little bit lower, but that's just because my body's still trying to, get used to the most recent food drop. And but yeah, overall, I think it's just like a stress thing right now, just from moving into my house and my girlfriend not being there. She's over in Europe right now for some family stuff. Once I get my new workflow in there, my new office set up, and just get moved in the house and fully situated, then I feel like a ton of stress is gonna be off my shoulders. But enough fucking talking. Let's get into the workout, show you guys what we got. All right, so we're just touching it on this T-bar right now for a little bit. Something on this T-bar is
definitely one of my favorites. I don't even know who makes it, but I think it's freaking awesome. I'm a huge believer in T-bar rows for thickness and density. I like the chessboard T-bar way better than like using a landmine setup or anything like that, just because I'm able to brace, support my chest a little bit more. I feel like I can, you know, place that load in a much better, you know, localized way per se, or some shit like that. But when I'm doing these, how I used to do them is I would like really round like this. I would not round my scapula, but I would round my spine. You know, I call it fish bowling. That's what I tell my clients and athletes. So I tend not to do that when I'm stretching. I try to keep my spinal column as straight as possible. And then what I'm rounding over the pad is gonna be my scapula and my shoulders. So there's a difference between doing this and letting everything open up than going like this, okay? Because now my spine is loaded. So just a little cue, a little tip. All right, first top set here. Going around that 8 to 10 range, that 7 to 10 range, something in there. Gonna try to have as little body English as possible, but still make sure that I'm moving some heavy weight. The foot placement is so weird in this. The weight kept pulling me off, so I kept having to adjust my feet. So I found out the best thing to do on this one is place my feet kind of directly underneath me a little bit instead of all the way behind. Then my heels kept coming up because of this. All right, set number 2. So my second 2 sets in this are supposed to be dropping the weight just a little bit to get to that 10 to 15 range. I'm not gonna do that because my first set, it was kind of fucking weird because I was trying to figure out foot placement on here. I haven't done this machine in a minute, so we're gonna keep the same weight, and then my last set's gonna be, I don't wanna say lighter, but it's gonna be higher reps and just a little bit less of a load so I can get that 10 to 15 with that same execution and tempo. All right, first exercise done. 3 sets deep on those T-bar rows. Now we got upper back pull downs. I was gonna do it on a seated cable machine, but I don't use this machine very often. This lat combo pull. I don't know who makes this. Who makes this shit? I don't know, Magnum, I think. But anyway, we're gonna be doing an upper back focus pull down on here. Not having our elbows, you know, tight to the front of us, but kind of flaring them out just a little bit. But also bringing our rib cage up and leaning back ever so slightly so we can focus on scapular elevation, but also protraction and retraction of that scapula, so we can bias the pull down to be more so the teres and upper back, you know, trap region. So just touch it right now. Oh yeah, we gotta go up. All right, second set here. Thought I filmed the first set, but the camera wasn't even recording, wasn't even done. So don't even know what I said for that first set. But I was talking to the camera and y'all couldn't hear shit because my mess up, tech difficulties, prep brain. But anyway, all right, when I'm doing this, y'all, you can do is I love this machine because you can bias this for lats and your upper back. You're gonna notice that when I'm doing this, I'm bringing my rib cage up, chest high, and it's okay that my scapulas elevate a little bit towards my ears on the way up because we're focused on that upper back, okay? I'm not trying to keep my scapulas depressed as if I was gonna be hitting more lats, okay? I'm a huge believer in loaded partials at the end of a set. I could have cranked out a few more reps with some shitty form, really swinging it, but I get much more out of shortening my range of motion once I hit complete failure after a few reps of a little bit of body English and then doing those loaded partials. I get a lot more out of that than just slinging weight around. But don't take my word for it. There's a bunch of different training modalities out there, different ways to train. There's not one specific correct way to train. Just do what works for you. What's getting you results? Do you enjoy it? You're not getting injured? Those things are all online. Then play with it, refine it, try new things. Don't be afraid to try new shit. Third exercise here is gonna be these single arm pull downs on the Nautilus plate loaded pull down. Absolutely love this machine. Few and far between. Not many people can get their hands on this machine. Absolutely amazing. Now when I'm doing this, I'm doing a single arm, okay? Like I said, I don't know why I'm repeating myself, but I'm not trying to pull, towards my upper back and flare my elbow and trying to keep that shit, my elbow tight to my side, okay? Trying to really, on the way down, depress my scapula and my shoulder blade as much as possible so I can get the most out of that lower lat contraction, okay? When I was doing my first few sets, I was kind of like thinking about something just because I feel my body respond very quickly whenever food is changed, when food is added, when I have a refeed, when my food gets lowered. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I'm a firm believer in making sure that you're keeping your body, even though I'm in prep right now I'm discussing the importance of keeping your body in a good insulin sensitive state and having a positive uptake of nutrients in your body in the off season. Because I remember in the off season when I was 275, yeah, my blood glucose was fine, it was around like the higher 80s, okay, to sometimes it would touch the low 90s. But I was just heavier. I didn't really feel my body being super reactive to food. And I was very tired all the time. And then, had to clean up a little bit and things like that. And then improve my insulin sensitivity overall. And I think that really paved the way from when I was 275 until all the way from then until I started prep for an even better growth phase. When you keep your body in a state of positive uptake of nutrients and you have good insulin sensitivity and you have good fasted glucose levels, and obviously that's not the only marker of health. A lot of things start to click in terms of, the goal orientation of putting on muscle and physique development, and I think that's one of the reasons why I'm at where I'm at in prep right now and why my food's not crazy low being 4 weeks out right now is because prior to even starting prep, I was on the money with my food. I was diligent with my food. My off season was treated like a prep. And that had a huge influence on once prep started, everything started to click much more efficiently, leading to less manipulations, less variables having to be changed to try to push the needle a little bit more. So moral of the story is you guys treat your off seasons like a prep beforehand. Still have fun in the off season. You can have some free meals, but if you find yourself getting on stage every single year not making the physique improvements that you need to make to reach your goal, then I would suggest staying in a surplus a little bit longer and having a different approach to your off season. Get coached in the off season. The off season is more than just higher food. A structured off season with guidance, somebody manipulating the off season variables, and all you have to do is execute can go a long way. And those are the athletes that you see make leaps and bounds from season to season. It's because they know the importance of that off season. Chest proud. Keeping this tight to my rib cage. Something that really helps me on these single arm pull downs is keeping my chest high and chin up and kind of hyperextending at my lower back a little bit. Not only does that lead to a better contraction and active range of motion of that lat, it also, once the load starts to get really heavy and I start to get closer to failure, it prevents me from pulling and crunching, okay? The moment I'm pulling and I start to crunch with it, I'm taking tension off my lat. So if I can scooch my hips forward, hyperextend on my low back a little bit, keep my chest high and chin up, that's gonna prevent me from caving in, crunching down towards me pulling, because then it just defeats the purpose of the exercise for building some thick lats. Next up, we got a Rogers single arm row. I love this machine, but these vertical handles, these neutral grip handles are like 2 inches thick. Not really sure how I feel about it, and they spin. So I'm gonna try a few things out here, but not a fan of these spinny, oversized handles. Y'all see what I'm talking about. Going up next set, that was too light. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about these big ass handles, but still getting a feel. It's a good machine still. You know what Rogers needs on this machine? Something to brace right here, a handle, and then a foot wedge or foot pads on each side. Because fuck, it's such a weird machine to try to stabilize on, but such a great machine for retarding your lats and upper back when you're doing the different grip. Come on, Rogers. All right, final set here, folks. Man, this machine would be my favorite if it had a handle to brace against. Here, right in the front here for the non-working side arm. And then some foot platforms. Clip that and send that to Rogers. Unless I just don't know why the reason they don't have it, and I'm doing it wrong. Could be that too, because I'm an idiot. I hate those thick ass handles. Those gotta go. But anyway, got it done regardless. All right, so this is the first exercise that I'm not doing 3 working sets on. We got 2 sets here for single arm pullovers. Usually I like to do these with a cuff and supinated because I feel it on my lat more, but we don't have cuffs, so I'm just gonna say fuck it and do it neutral grip. Still effective, but I'm trying to keep this, again, for lats, closer to my rib cage. And I'm not trying to have this cable pull my shoulder all the way up here. I don't want this to happen, okay? Because that's taking tension off my lats' active range of motion. So I'm trying to keep my upper arm and my forearm stopping about right after it breaks parallel with the floor. Because then I start to feel it off my lat. Oh, I gotta lower the weight a little bit. Freaking tax. Definitely starting to flatten out right now throughout this workout. What we got left is we got just some prone seated shrugs. Okay, prone. Why did I say that in the same sentence? We got seated shrugs. That's what we got, and that got next. Prep brain. Can't really blame it on prep brain because I'm still at like 3,200 calories. But anyway, so we got 3 sets of shrugs, 3 sets of lateral raises. Lateral raises, we're doing 10 fulls and then 10 partials. There's a super unique, cool lateral raise machine that I like using right over there. So we're gonna use that one instead of dumbbells. And I doubt any of you guys have seen it. The thing is freaking cool. But we got shrugs first, and then we got lateral raises, and then we're out of here. And then I gotta go home, eat a meal, and keep unpacking stuff and organizing the house. So pretty good on energy today, to be honest. You know, there's gonna be points in prep where energy is gonna be up here and then down here, up here and down here. Today's kind of one of the first days where I started to notice, even just like doing work at home, doing client check-ins, and just doing house stuff, I started to notice drops in energy and a little bit of changes in my mood. And then I realized, then I started to let it like affect me unintentionally because I tried to ignore it. But then I had to realize like, yo, okay, this is definitely just like the deficit, the energy balance, it's prep, you know? So I definitely like changed my outlook on that right away. And I kind of, you know, started to reframe that in my mind as in like, okay, yo, yes, these things are going to happen on prep. Yes, there's going to be ups and there's going to be downs. And it wasn't even like it wasn't even a down today. I just started to notice a slight difference, okay? But then if you reframe that in your mind as in like, yo, I get to do this and I'm going to embrace everything that comes alongside of it, then you enjoy prep so much more. So it was one of those things today where I was like, okay, I started to notice a few changes with mood and energy balance, and it was a little bit of achiness. But then I was like, you know what, if I keep focusing on it, you know, it wasn't even that bad. If I keep focusing on it, it was going to ruin my entire day. So then I just like nipped it in the butt. I was like, yo, it's gonna happen. I'm just gonna embrace it. I can't do nothing about it besides, you know, get my mind off of things. It's those times in prep where you gotta be aware of how you're feeling, be aware of how you're acting. Is that rubbing off on other people around you? And if it is, you gotta make sure that they know what you're going through. They don't have to fully understand it, but it's one of those things where, you know, if you got people that are very close to you in your life, you gotta make sure that they know, you gotta make sure that they are gonna be aware of some of the things that you might be going through on prep. Because that support system, guys, is so important. But anyway, so we got shrugs, and then we're gonna do some laterals, and then we're out this. Anyway, that was my little bit of a rant. There you go, just like that. Yo, so that's the workout for today. I'm freaking gassed. I know Fuad loves it when I say gassed. That workout was gassed. No, I don't say that anymore. Last time I said that way back in college, but Fuad still gives me shit for it. But anyway, that was the workout for today. Finished it off pretty, I mean, obviously we're gonna finish off every workout with intensity, but regardless of losing some flatness or losing some fullness and getting flat near the end of the workout, still gotta keep pushing for it. You can still have high intensity even if you're a little bit flat. So that's where we're at right now. We're 5 weeks out from my regional show, just coming off of some fat refeeds. So definitely fuller today, but moving into that, like I mentioned earlier, moving into that slight food drop on my baseline days is gonna really do some good shit. One of the things that's been helping me a ton on prep, you guys, is I do a sauna twice a day, okay? I got a sauna in my house. I have a room where it's my cardio room. I got TV in there, my treadmill, the sauna, got a pad to do like stretching and abs and stuff. But that sauna, I'll do that sauna after cardio, and I'll do the sauna before bed. It really relaxes the shit out of me, and I just love the feeling of it. I just put a podcast on outside the sauna. I don't sit on my phone. My phone is in a completely different room. I sit there with the red light therapy stuff on it, and I just relax. I breathe through my nose and focus on my breathing. But in the mornings, sometimes, like if I'm doing it after cardio, my heart rate's still gonna be high, okay? So what I'll do is instead of sitting in the sauna like I do at night, I'll stand, and I'll practice vacuums and abdominal control, and that's been helping a bunch. But I still gotta do a lot more practice with my posing, because posing can never be too perfect. But yeah, that's what we got going on right now. Gonna head back home, finish up some check-ins, organize the house a little bit more, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure to get the restock of the Permabulk shirts and the Champions Are Made in the Off-Season shirts. And I think about, I don't know if I should give a timeline, but milk chocolate ISO-H1, the best tasting milk chocolate protein powder on the market. Gut issues when you have it, has digestive enzymes and digestive support added to it without compromising flavor, will be back in stock on the Hostile website. Make sure to get your hands on that, because you heard it here first. Your boy is letting you know about the restock, but I don't know exactly when, but it's gonna be soon. All right, y'all, that's it for me. I'm gonna go home and get me a big old bowl of cream of rice in. So peace out to the next video. Catch you later.